the stage of Karma Yog will be greatly facilitated if every day, for a little while, you practice sadhana in isolation. What does that mean? For some time you withdraw from the world, where your WhatsApp, your pagers, instant messaging, email cannot reach you. And in isolation, you absorb your mind in God. That sadhana which you do will then help you throughout the day. Once the mind gets solidified in God, it will help you for the rest of the day as well. Consider the analogy of milk and water. If you pour the milk into the water, the milk doesn't have the power to retain its undiluted identity. But if you keep it separate from the water a little while and transform it into yogurt, and then churn the yogurt to extract butter, this butter now will challenge the water. Pani bhai sahab, I'll sit on your head and float. What will you do to me? I have become butter now. So what we did was, keeping it separate from the water, we enhanced its power. Like the water is this world, and like the milk is our mind. When you are in touch, in contact with the world, it's literally unavoidable that your mind becomes worldly. So for a little while, you shut off the world and transform the state of your mind into butter, which means fix it in God. Then, when you start doing your worldly duties, Karma Yog will become a possible reality. So, what sadhana should we do in isolation? There is Navadha Bhakti. You can do any of these. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam. Navadha Bhakti was spoken by Prahlad Maharaj in the 23rd verse of the 5th chapter of the 7th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Mahaprabhu Vallabhacharya popularized it, and all the Bhagavat Kathavachaks, they highlight it. So it's become very famous. You can do any of this Navadha Bhakti, but one of them is compulsory, and that is Smaranam. Keep your mind in God. Alongside, you can chant the Kirtan, you can do puja, you can do path, whatever you wish. But that one is compulsory. Now if you miss out on that and do the rest, it becomes like a physical drill. Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram. Bahu, bete ko jagaya nahi. Sitaram, Sitaram. Arey, kab jagega? School time ho gaya. Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram. Now which Sitaram are you remembering? Are you remembering your neighbor Sitaram Das, or your servant Ramu, or who? Personality that you are remembering, bring that personality in front of you. Start your sadhana with Roop Dhyan, the image of your Lord. Now you have a basis to absorb your mind. This is so powerful. You know, when I conduct the meditation sessions, I ask before, how many of you have tried meditation? Almost everyone. How many of you succeed in meditation? Only 2 to 5% keep their hands up. Okay, now do meditation my way. And I do a guided Roop Dhyan meditation. Now how many succeeded? 80% lift their hands. This is the powerful technique to meditate. So keep the image of your Lord in front. That will give you a basis to attach your mind and to love Him. The saints are at that level where they see their Lord everywhere. Hence the gopis say, Jit dekhu tit sham mai hai. Hanuman ji says, Siya Ram mai sab jag jani. Karam pranam jori jugapani. I see my Sita Ram in everyone, so I offer my folded namaskar to everyone. That is the state of siddhi. You have to start off as a sadhak, not a siddh, which means practice to bring the image of the Lord. And then you can add to it meditation on the gunas, the qualities of the Lord. He is an ocean of compassion and grace. Meditate upon your relationship with Him. Meditate upon His divine pastimes. Or else you just serve Him in your mind, which is Manasi Seva. All the seva you do to your deity at home, you can do it in your mind. You know, NASA, before they send astronauts into space, they need to train them. And for that, they have a simulator where the space environment is simulated. And the astronauts, they master the art of living in that zero gravity environment. Likewise, your Manasi Seva, serving your Lord in your mind, is a simulation where you grow in your love very rapidly. I tell a story which some of you, the older devotees, have heard often from me about this man who came for Swamiji's lecture, and he learned that you can even worship God in your mind. This man was a miser. He was a business person, a trader. He said, wow, I'll not have to spend any money. So he went home the next day. He brought Sri Krishna in front of him, brought the holy water of Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, and bathed his Lord and clothed him, etc., etc. And 1 hour went by. And his love grew by leaps and bounds. He said, wow, this is such a powerful technique. And he started practicing the sadhana on a daily basis. It grew deeper and deeper until he felt that these objects were right before him. He would feel that the thali is there which he is offering. One day, he was preparing kheer for his Lord, for Sri Krishna, and he put the saffron, the kesar in it. So it seemed to him in his meditation that all the saffron fell in. Now, saffron is an expensive condiment. You want to save every little strand of it. Now, his nature of being a miser was still there. So in his meditation, he started removing the saffron. I'll reuse it tomorrow. Sri Krishna notes everything. He was taking note of the fact that this devotee of mine is putting in so much of effort, and decided to bless him. So he manifested there and caught his hand and broke this person's reverie. He opened his eyes and saw that Shyam Sundar is there. Sri Krishna said, Kanjus, you miser, did you spend out there any of your father's inheritance that you had to take it out? That, of course, is a joke. But Roop Dhyan is so powerful apart from anything else that you do. I would actually like to discuss this over 7 days, but that's not possible. So, once you have the Lord in front of you, now the question arises, what do you ask from God? He who is the master of infinite universes, what do you ask from Him? Suppose Jeff Bezos comes with his checkbook and says, I have signed and giving you a blank check. Put what you want. So how many zeros would you put in front of the one? Now in this case, Kuber, the god of wealth, is the servant of the Lord. So what will you ask him? That is the point to learn. We have the tendency to go and ask God for material boons. Oh Shri Krishna, please give me this. Oh Shri Krishna, please give me that. This is like that one man, he used to sit and beg. And a charitable person gave him a lottery ticket. The reporter came behind and asked the beggar that if you win the lottery, what will you do with the money? He said, I'll purchase a car and I'll go begging in my car. His intellect is stuck in begging. Likewise, our intellect is stuck in the material things because that is the pleasure we have experienced in endless lifetimes. So when we meet God, we say, oh God, give me my Rasgullanand. Shri Krishna says, Krishna kahe amay bhaje mange vishay sukh. Amrit chhadi vish mange ei bado murkh. So this is the one mistake that we have made in endless lifetimes. Now remember, when you go to ask God for material boons, it is not bhakti, it is business. I'll do this for you, you do that for me. Oh Hanumanji, if my son becomes all right, I'll offer you sawa ser laddu as bhog. If he becomes all right, offer right now. No, if he doesn't become all right, I'll lose my laddus. You do my work, then I'll give you the laddus. Arey Baba, when you go to bribe the government official, you say, I'm giving you half now, half after the work is done. And to Hanumanji, you don't even have that much of trust. So, we don't want to do business with God. We want to love God. One man was walking on the seashore and he lost his way. Now he was without water for 24 hours. There was a huge Pacific Ocean in front, but it's no use because it's salty water. Finally, he came across a coconut tree. He said, Jai Siya Ram, thank God, hey Bhagwan. He climbed up the tree. And he chopped off one coconut and dropped it, chopped the second coconut and dropped, and chopped few coconuts and said, God is so kind. But then he looked down. And when he looked down, he said, oh my God, how will I climb down? A coconut tree is about 70, 80 feet high. So it's easier to climb up, whether it's a hill or a tree, that there's more traction while you're going up. When you're coming down, the chance of slipping is more. And if you slip, there is no stopping. So he said, hey Sita Ram, today you get me down in one piece. I'll feed 100 Brahmins. Now he started coming down, Sita Ram. He came down halfway. He checked. Sita Ram, not 150 Brahmins I'll definitely feed. Sita Ram. 20 Brahmins, Sita Ram. Now he came to 10, 5, 2, 1, and then his feet came on the ground. He said, Sita Ram, I promise to you I'll feed one Brahmin. These are days of inflation. I am a Brahmin myself. I'll eat, you be happy. This is business with God. We want to love God. There's a huge difference. Look at it like this. One is lust. The other is love. Between them is business. Where the goal is to take, that is lust. where the goal is to give, give, give. That is love. Where the goal is to give and take, that is business. In all our lifetimes till date, we either took or we gave and took. Now we need to learn how to give. That's the one thing we have never learned. As John Kennedy put it so well, ask not what the country can do for you. Ask what you can do for the country. Now that's the kind of love which the saints and scriptures ask us to have for the Lord. They say, instead of asking God for things, you try to give to Him. And what can you give to God who has got everything? Giving is the expression of love. One child went to his father and said, Papa, give me $5. Why do you want it? Give me. Arey beta, why do you want? Give me. Oh, you nuisance, here it is. So he went to the 7-Eleven store and got one Kit Kat chocolate. Papa, today is your birthday. Happy birthday. The father was delighted. Oh my God, my Pappu loves me so much. Now what did Pappu do? He took the money from the father and gave the chocolate. But in doing that, he expressed his love. Likewise, whatever we have is from the Lord. When we engage it in service, it's the finest expression of love. So learn to love God like this. And then what will happen? He will become your servant. See, God is already a selfless lover. You become a selfless lover. God will say, this soul wants nothing from me. Let me become his servant. So these words of the scriptures, aham bhaktah paradhinaha, I am enslaved by my devotees. They will come true. I will end with a story from Gitanjali, the anthology of poems written by Rabindranath Tagore, for which he won the Nobel Prize. This is the one I loved the best out of it. He talks about one beggar who used to go around with the bowl. And one day he saw the chariot of the King of Kings. He said, oh my God, am I so lucky that I am seeing the chariot of the King of Kings? My wretched luck, this is not possible. So he pinched himself and realized he was not dreaming. He started then daydreaming. What if the King of Kings comes here and asks me, beggar, what do you want? Then I'll say, I want a Tesla. No. I want a Rolls Royce. No. I want this car and I want this house, etc., etc. He made his list. And he looked and the chariot actually turned towards him. He said, this is too surreal. It came right in front of him. He said, Arey Baba, this is the luckiest day of my life. And the King of Kings got out and came in front of the beggar. The beggar said, now is my moment. He is going to ask what you want. He closed his eyes and revised his list. What car had I planned on asking, etc. And then he opened his eyes and the King of Kings had put his hand in front. Hey beggar, can you give me something? The beggar said, Ulti Ganga? What's happening here? His intellect failed him. He put his hand in his bag which he had, that sack, and he managed to find one grain of wheat. He took it out and put it in the hand of the King of Kings, who went away with it. The beggar was confounded. I came to the ocean of nectar and still I am thirsty. When he reached home and opened his bag, he discovered a grain of gold. Then he put 2 and 2 together. I gave a grain of wheat. I got a grain of gold. Oh my God, I missed my chance. If only I had done Sarva Samarpan today, everything would have turned into gold. So, your goal is not to take from God, but to give to God. And in that process, you will get everything from Him. Divine love, divine bliss, divine knowledge. Shri Radha Krishna Bhagwan ki.
Join Jagadguru Kripalu University, now offering BTech in AI, Data Science, FinTech and AI/ML. Pursue BCA in Cybersecurity and Cloud Computing, BDes in Animation and VFX. Secure your future with integrated BBA, MBA in FinTech and Investment Banking. Also offering BSc, MSc in Applied Microbiology, Yogic Sciences and BNYS. Apply now at jku.edu.in.